Okay. Alright, hang on a second. I don't want to, until we get set up here, I don't want to. Okay. Sure. Let's just. Oop. Just put that over there. Okay, so this is the first time we've streamed in a long time. And it's just become morning. Of course, the let's also check what our frame rate gets to. Let's see if I can do everything I can to maximize frame rate. That's 30 FPS. Is that legit? Are we getting that right now? I thought it would certainly like drop. Oh, sorry. This looks really good, in my opinion. How are this? Oh, is that a bit of lag? How are the sounds? Little sheep. Oh, and some jute. Totally forget if that's full grown. You know, having sheep, we're really far north though, getting a bed sooner rather than later. You know what? I mean, they're right next to my house. It's not like I have to move them anywhere. Might be worth... We'll make it a bit of stuttering, I don't know. Might be worth, looking into taming them. I'm not sure. We have to find some... Oh, hey, stop that. Have to find some grains. Yeah, again, this is really just a test, guys. I don't know if this is going to work out too well, having shaders. It's going to jump around a lot. As you can't have Fastcraft installed. So, I don't know. I want to give it a shot, though, because I really like the way this looks. And I want to play it. And it's always more fun to play, you know, with someone else than by yourself. So, that's what I figure. Hey, is that... Ooh. I would like to keep track of that. Let's do it like that. Put that away. I certainly gotta cook up those, Is this the water? This looks kind of weird. My computer's chugging a little bit. Oh well. I don't really have a waypoint for my home. What are we picking up here? Limestone. Yeah, that's probably where we're getting malachite. But this looks really good. I wish I had a better computer, but I can't afford it. So I'm stuck with what I've got. Anyway, here's our sheep. So let's go back and set a waypoint for our home. Such as it is. Got some sort of ore here. Oop. Let's just make it a little more. Let's just make it like that color, because that way I'll know that I don't really know what it is. I usually assign a proper color when I know what I'm looking at. So like the malachite, I try to make it look malachite colored, so that, oh, there's a lot of it here. I can come back and just be able to find it a lot easier. What is that? Oh, it's just the edge of the world. Yeah, the render distance is not terribly high because it's better for frame rate. I really do have to get that pit kiln set up. I'm just looking around still though, especially for food. Oops. And a source of water would be good too. Found some tomatoes earlier, but I already ate them all. I just one tomato, actually. Alright, we should probably just chop down a tree or something. Because we do have to get that pit kiln set up. Is that water near my home? I'm looking on the map there. Looks like there's a little pond, and I think I do remember finding a small pond at one point. So let's just get up and over. There are lots of bears in the area, which is kind of nasty just because of how far north we are. Oh god, and there's one right now. So, a friend told me to punch them. And, you know, I just don't think we're in a position to be starting fights with bears right now. Yeah, we got a bit of straw. What time is it? Let's say it's still morning. Let's get this started. I don't have any particles on, but it should be working. There we go. Wow, that looks a lot darker. A lot redder. More red. No bears around, right? Let's get a drink. I feel like I need to turn the audio up. Is it just me? Or is that like really low? Is anyone in chat that can tell me? Because I'd like to know. Alright, I'm glad we got those crops up the mountain. I think there's a bear over here somewhere though. So I want to watch out for that. I also don't want the bear to go near the sheep. Because I want those to stay alive. But if those are like grains or something, I don't know, are they just weird colored grass? But if there were crops up there, I definitely want to check that out. Another advantage of killing a bear would be able to make a bed to at least set my spawn. Any bears? Please no bears. Yeah, with the shaders it's kind of hard to tell what's a crop and what isn't, because the color of the plants can change. Yeah, I don't think it was a crop. I think it was just. There's that bear. You know. Oh, sounds fine to me. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't know if I'd get them working out. Hang on a second. All right. I don't know if it would work, especially because of the whole fast craft thing. Fast craft used to be pretty much required for this, but I don't know. Optifine seems to be doing its thing pretty well. Still, I mean, we're really far north, which is why, hey, it looks like there's some ores down there. Which is why a lot of this A lot of the crops aren't really going to be growing in. Yeah, we got some more sphalerite. I'll just do the color like that. Oh, lots of sphalerite. But I thought I saw tetrahedrite or something. We could always go back and look for more of that malachite as well. Playing this game with oh, here's some more malachite right here. Well, that might be in a different vein. So let's mark that. Oh, they are far enough away. Playing this game with like the shaders, we're getting close to that bear, enabled, it's a very different experience because like the way the lighting works completely changes the game. Because in regular Minecraft, the lighting is all pretty much uniform. And so you get like sort of like a drawing version without any light and dark areas. You kind of get an idea of exactly what things are, but with these intense shadows, I'm not sure this is full ground. These intense shadows, like, you know, it completely redefines angles and things like that. You know, makes things look very much more three-dimensional, but also can hide features pretty well. So I'm not sure if these are full ground. I think these are like potatoes or something, maybe. Sort of looks like it. I do need a better door. And the nighttime is so long. It's like 10 minutes long, and I can't really do anything during the night. We don't, you know, don't have a bed. And I don't want to kill those sheep. I mean, I can't even make a bed with sheep wool until I get a saw. Yeah, we're pretty hungry. We only have 2 copper. Without any bismuth, that's not going to go very far. I'm going to break that and then replace it. The light's just disappearing on the top of that. That's kind of cool. Oh, there's the sunset. Yeah. Yeah, we're pretty hungry. And it's going to be a long night. A cold night too, probably, right? Oh wow, no, it's actually really warm. It was... I thought it was pretty cold when we first started playing the game, but that might have just been because... like, the year actually starts in March, right? But we found that was kind of bad because there were no crops or anything that were growing at that time. And if you started up like where we are now, it would be... look, the stars are coming out. That's really cool. It would be very cold, snow and stuff. It was just ugly. So we automatically just add... oh, it's going to get that kind of weird night vision-y effect before it gets very, very dark. I won't be able to see a thing. I can hold torches in my hand to light things up a bit, which is helpful. But yeah, so no crops. So we automatically jump ahead of 3 months to June 1st. But because it generates during the at the very beginning of spring, things can still be a little frozen. There's some music. Kind of want to turn Entity Radar on because I am so super scared right now. I don't know though. Hey, do I have clouds or... oh, hang on. Hang on, wait a second. Like the shader clouds, right? Whoops. The shader clouds, where does that... is there a way to change that? Because I believe... wouldn't they render like 128 or something, and then that would be bad for Terrafirmacraft? I don't know. I'll probably look into it some other time. Alright, so yeah, so this finished. So that's good. At least I can start storing some things. I mean, you know, let's throw a jug down here. I really don't want to get in any combat situations right now either, because weakness and mining fatigue is nasty. Should look into making some more. Man, this sheep scares me. Look into making some more molds. Let's do a saw, and we'll need a pick. And one slot will have to be for the ores. There's no point in lighting that right now unless we have some ores, because we'll just have to light it again later and just cost more straw and you know, more everything. I'm wondering if there's some sort of bear trap I can set to get a bear dead. I know there is that one over there, and it would almost certainly drop a large hide. Hunger is going very far down, and they're fast though, and they're deadly. And like weakness, mining fatigue, I don't think that actually makes me take more damage, does it? Should get one of these on the hotbar just in case I need to block myself into the house. Wait, what? Hang on. Wait, we're on normal. Okay, I just want to make sure. Because if I can like kill one, that'd be really good. I'm not sure if they can fall into a 1x1 pit. And you know, I'm not sure. I've made like I know how to make a pit that I can get out of. I heard a zombie sound. Why is that sheep so bright? Oh, you're standing on the torch. Hey, don't do that, sheep. Now I make, you know, but how do I kill it once it's in there? So I want to make the sheep like me. I don't know. What are you doing on my house? Don't kill yourself. Maybe if I was still developing this, I think I would have given sheep reduced fall damage, because they're like always climbing up things, and they also spawn in mountains, and so I feel like that makes sense. Sheep go up and down, like you know, the mountain goats and things, and they're all sort of related. Timing a witching hour. All right, hey, you know what? Moon's behind the cliff. I don't want to go too far because that'll just draw in monsters that are out there. I want to do something though. I gotta find more food. For real. Or even just more ore. So if I can get that copper. Yeah, I don't want to be greedy. I could go out there because I'm bored, you know, look for something, and then just drag all the monsters back, and then blah. What would I do then, right? I'd be stuck. Because then I'd have to like lock myself in here, and it'd be even worse than it is now. So let's not get too greedy. What's the frame rate doing? Yeah, 30 FPS is, you know, that's not bad. That's not bad. And hunger is killing me though. Should look into planting my crops as well. Yeah. Sorry, crop. Just the one. I may hit one of those plants over there that's growing just to see if it's gonna sprout up. Come on. 3 more hours. There's the moon. I want to hit you. Oh no, it wasn't fully grown. Ah, but it's potatoes. Oh well. Hang on. Is that one white? No, I don't know. I don't think the jute's fully grown. It sort of turns yellow at the top when it's fully grown. It's so dark. You know what? Why don't we grab one of those torches? There we go. Yeah, I don't think that's fully grown yet. It's going to get a lot whiter at the top. That jute looks fully grown. It's got the little yellow bits. It does it. Oh, it's so hard to tell. It's weird. The lighting from this torch makes everything sort of yellowy, orange. I lose some of that color definition. Yeah, you know, I guess I could totally do that, but I just haven't really been to the ocean yet. I guess I sort of started near the ocean. But hey John Star, what's up? Low cost. But I kind of like, there's so many things I want to get in the first day. Like I want to find coal, want to find some crops because you can't plant seaweed. I want to get maybe a pit kiln started. I want to find sticks. I want to find rocks. I want to find ores. I want to get a shelter started up. And there's just so few of those things that I can do at the ocean. So yeah, I mean, I probably in the morning will. That's actually a good idea. We'll go find some seaweed. But to be able to get the you know, I can't get multiple things done at the same time when I'm harvesting seaweed because there's not really any ores I can find, or trees or anything like that, or grass at the beach. Hey, we're getting that. Okay, so the sun seems to be coming up. 4 in the morning. Okay with this. You know, there's something that I was never able to do with TFC that I always would have liked to have. Obviously, you know, like the shaders let you change the position of the sun, but I would have liked to have, like, you know, days like scale with the time of year and your latitude. I think that's got the yellow bits now. That would have been really cool. So does that one. You know, so the summer months you would have like longer days. You get more stuff done. Fewer monsters. You know, less time with the monsters, especially at the beginning of the game. That'd be nice. And the winter would be nasty though. Little daylight, you know. Yeah. That's just the lighting. See, the lighting totally messes you up. I mean, it looks amazing, but it's hard to tell what things are. I gotta find some crops. Or seaweed. I think there's, what, is that seaweed this direction? There's some pumpkins. Can't eat those, though. Look at that. Look at that lighting. Huh. That's something you never get in Minecraft, and it totally... What? I don't think that should be doing that. Totally changes the, Watch out for bears. Oh, hey, Malachite. Just saw some more. Oh, this is already popped off. I gotta grab that quick. We got it? Yeah, we got it. Nice. Is that a bear on the beach? Ugh. Although, I don't know, it might be an interesting opportunity to kill a bear. Grab that. Maybe we can, because we could just dig a hole in the sand, maybe be able to drown it. It's dangerous though. It's very dangerous. Could give it a shot though. Could certainly try. How do we go about doing it? Dank, yeah. And that sound always gets me. Sure there's no other bears or anything. How do I drown it though? Hmm. Yeah, I just don't want it to, like, jump up on the sand and be able to get out. Hey, buddy. Uh-oh, fell down the pit. Come here, jerk. He's down there. Oh, shoot, he can still hit me. How? Ah, shoot. It's probably because of the, sand that fell down there. He's got a really far hit. Ah. I hit him out. Pit wasn't deep enough. Jeez. That messes you up. But he's out. That sucks. Let's make a try. Let's do a try with like a bigger pit. Can't be doing this much longer. He hit me. I got turned around. He runs so fast. Hey, buddy. I wasted the entire day doing this. It's hard to trick them. Yeah. Oh, why is that underwater? So where's all my stuff? What time is it now? Yeah. Oh, jeez. I had some of that copper. Well, I never said I was very good at this game. Oh, swimming. Death point set on? Yeah, it owns my stuff. But I mean, it's what am I gonna... I don't have anything else, pretty much, so... I don't really have anything to lose. Not going back for it. Looks like there's some tomatoes and stuff over here. Can't see anything. Oh yeah, this would be great. This is where like the shaders become like a difficulty factor. No idea where I'm going. Maybe if there are monsters, I can get one of them to attack the bear. You know what I mean? And here's my house. And I can, and there's, yeah, so that's the nighttime bit. 10 minutes of bear fighting. The entire day gone. I believe I'm just kind of over this way, right? I don't think I have, death points? Whatever. Just over this way, right? Fresh water nearby? Yep. I may be far enough that if I wait till morning, it'll just despawn. Amazing. Well, some of it got reset timing. Yeah. Stephanie, I don't even know why you're asking this. I'm pretty sure I told you about them. Because, like, I made them. Oh well. Yeah, I'm gonna hang out over here. Maybe we'll find. Let's just collect some stuff on this side. It's not like I had a crazy amount of stuff that was super valuable. I had a couple pieces of copper, but it looks like that bear fight is not gonna go in my favor. I'll have to try and find another way of killing a bear. I like that water effect with the moonlight. Anyway. Spider eyes, nice. Not at all. So dark. What? Oh no. Hang on. Let's just water. And that's like it's gonna kill my I think it might be raining. Can't see anything. Let's turn that on to fancy for a second. Now let's put it back to yeah. Details, animations. I feel like it's raining right now. But there it goes. We have rain. So that's cool. Actually brighter underwater. Is there any seaweed? I'm really not seeing any. So those are way too close. I don't think we have biomes that don't show rain except for deserts. And I'm not even sure if that'll work. We had weird shit with... Yeah, I know it was video things. I turned a lot of the settings down because of... I wanted to make sure it would run with TFC and... Archer. With TFC and Fastcraft off. TFC on, Fastcraft off. This means... Is that the 1, 2, 3, 4 creepers? Nice. Can't see anything. Can't even see the waypoints. Wow. That is bad. It's so dark. Like, I feel like I'd be able to see more than this in real life. Like, it's like even sort of blurry. Well, we're going for a little swim for a while. Yeah, I think it's time to just cut our losses on that bear. It's a lost cause. They're dangerous, they're fast, they're scary as heck. Ah. There's something jumping. It looks like a zombie. I kind of want to stand on the land just so I don't have to. Don't even have a way to seal my house except for maybe that block of sand. Alright, well, no, I don't need... If there's Endermen, I don't need to be here. They're gonna be jumping around, but I don't need them to jump next to me. Let's just go down the coast a little bit. I got nothing better to do. I'll just strafe a little bit. Make sure there's no skeletons on the shore. They're gonna shoot me. I did leave some of my pottery back at home just in case I died. You know, only off chance. Skeleton right there. I don't know how well you guys can see that. Jeez. What was that? Is it? It really does not like me right now. Let's turn off some of this stuff. Yeah, you go off. A little better on the frame rate. 20, jeez. But I mean, it's not like you're gonna see much anyway. Let me just... let's enable death points. Let's just see what that does. Just for alright, just want to make sure that we're safe here. Although, you know what? Nah. Like I took a second to remember what my it's nearly morning, but with this rain it's not gonna help much. Hopefully we'll be able to see well enough to be able to get home though. And it might be, I guess the monsters won't despawn, but there shouldn't be any more that spawn in unless we get a thunderstorm. Which I'm not hearing. There's a creeper there. Yeah, let's go back in the water. Well, it's getting brighter. Yeah. Okay. It's getting a little laggier. Yeah, hang on. I wanted to see if it was raining. I don't want to actually. Have rain. Still raining because it's so foggy. But like this, the sound turns off when I turn off the particles? Why? I need to get over there on the right. Huh, but there's so many monsters. Oh, don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. Is there some sort of... It is raining, right? Maybe... Is it the thing that I had minimal particles? Yeah, and that makes the rain sound. I want the sound, I just don't want... Can I turn off the splashes then? I keep just going back in here. Is that gonna still have the sound? Alright. I think I can live with this. I just wanna... The sound just tells me that it's raining still. Because they don't have the rain animation. There's a deer. Ah. It's stuck in the trees. Please don't. Is there a crop of some kind? Not fully grown now. This one might be fully grown. No, I don't think so. It's a good color. We will mark it though. Don't really need all this salary. I just sort of want to find my house and get re-established. Oh, there's our sheep. Wait, before you go out. Thank you. Relight it and then break it. Because if you break it, when it's unlit, you just lose it. Alright, so let's reprioritize. Prefer to work with quartzite. Better tools. But I'm not going to be picky. So I would like to get some farming started. Do I have my tomato seed on me? I probably have most of my things on me. We have this water source up here, and I'm thinking, because it's at a higher elevation, there's a lot of stone around it. Yeah, completely. I was wondering if it's possible to somehow let it out and get some irrigation going. I don't remember if we can break stone by hand, if it's just like so slow, or if you actually can't. Yeah, at one point you could. We'll see how this goes. Be here for a little while though, for sure. But it's a 10% faster growth rate, and we're so cold up here that I think we'll need it. Nice. Doesn't go very far though. That's true. Although I could oh hey, don't do that, buddy. Please stop that. Alright. Give me those. Yeah. Dang it. Did I lose? Go a bit farther. So yeah, I just wanted to get a bit of where'd that go? Oh, I grabbed it. I don't really have any seeds on us. We lost the potato seed, didn't we? Probably, I think so. No seeds in there. Yeah, we didn't have any seeds. We don't have any seeds left. Oh, hey, I think the white flowers means fully grown. Yes. Oh, and that's a lot of food. Nice. I think this is fully grown. Yep. Well, we can't eat jute, but we can plant it. Maybe I should make like a large vessel. Yeah, you don't really get any extra calories from cooked food, but I think I'm going to cook potato anyway. What time is it? End of the day. Oh well. Lost most of my torches as well. And my clay. Let's just make sure we don't burn this. Yeah, I was dumb what I did. But, you know, I think, like, it's a game, right? You sort of just do crazy things. Because why not? I'm glad I'm not going to starve to death. Because spawning this far north is tough. Oh yeah, wow, we didn't really burn that. Burnt. Let's take a bite. So hot. Rain stops just as it gets to nighttime. Yeah. Hang on. Oh, shoot. Let's grab some water while we can. So glad it didn't break. Let's try and see if I can save that last log to seal up the door in case I need to. We'll stop baby zombies, but I can just throw some dirt down for that. Maybe we'll leave like 4 torches. Start tearing down some of these trees though. Well, at least the rain did stop though. My creeper's gonna come along and just mess my whole day up. Hey, Puppet Muncher, what's up? How you doing? Has it been that long? Yeah, I think it has been a while since I've streamed. I have facial hair now. I don't know if you guys can see. Alright, let's just chop this thing down. We got a few saplings, I got a lot of sticks, that's nice. We had 4, so now we have like 17. So, I mean, no, 4. We have 23 now, that's 19. My math is bad. Oh, excuse me. Hello, sheep. Got a couple torches in there? Yeah. Nice. There's that tall one with very few branches. So leaves. Questionable facial hair? You don't like it? Why not? Getting all taking it personal and stuff. No. I mean, you know, to each their own, right? $16 logs, 9 straw. We could start another pit kiln. Don't have any clay though. So I should really get on that. Let's not go too far. Let's not go too far. We still don't have a door. Dual wielding would be nice right now. I'll tell you that. It'd be nice to have be able to still do stuff while carrying the torch in my like offhand. How is it? Oh, still pretty early. So glad the rain stopped though. It's doing wonders for the frame rate. Hey, are you full grown? I'll wait till morning to check. Oh, lots of potatoes. Nice. That one I broke. Did I hear a sound? The beginning might have been full grown by now. Oh, there are some monsters. Well, that makes me... Oh, that's definitely full grown. Is it? Oh yeah, it's got white flowers. Yeah. And those aren't. So there's like that. The flowers are much bigger on the fully grown potatoes. I haven't kept up with TFC too much. I'm not, sorry, TFC as much. TFC 2 was something I was never very interested in. I have liked some of the things I've seen from Blax, but just some of the core concepts of what it was going to be just didn't excite me. I felt like it just wasn't what I wanted to make anymore. So I was never really part of that team. One of the reasons I really left the TFC development team is that I just hadn't done anything in so long. I was really behind on what code had been submitted, and because I hadn't checked, I hadn't looked at the repo, hadn't submitted any of my own code, and a lot of that was because I just had sort of lost a lot of the motivation. Like it didn't feel the same anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like I was sort of like, oh, development. So I don't know. I still enjoy playing it the way it is now. But there are a lot of things that I wish I could have done that I didn't have time, or just didn't have the authority to sort of change in terms of the direction. And I don't consider that rude. That's a really fine question. See, yeah, basically no flavor. Do that seed though, so if we can sneak over to our farm. Some frogs living in this little pond. That's a little weird. Getting closer to morning? Yeah, we are. So I'm okay. For sure, today, we got some more food now. Got some water. Okay, there's gonna be, let me see this here. You are gonna take the cooked potato. And I guess you can take that and that. Basically anything I don't really need, I don't want to take, because if I die again, so I don't need to take this with me. I don't want to die again. This is my last water jug. Yeah, we're definitely... the end tier, I mean, yeah, I guess so. I really enjoy, I don't really like just rushing to the end. By the time I get to steal in this game, I don't really want to go any farther. Just because there isn't really anything much there. Like, I feel like once you get there, like, it's fun up until the point you finish it, and then it completely just kills it. As soon as I get, like, that red steel, I'm just like, oh, like, sort of what I do now, because there isn't really any content there, so I like to sort of just stay at steel, because it gives me a better idea of, like, where I am on, like, the historical tech tree. Because the historical aspect is kind of what appeals to me. But so I just like kind of building within the world. I like advancing, copper to bronze to iron to steel. But I don't really want to go much farther than that. And a lot of the things that I wanted to add to the game were more about adding to that aspect of the game, like making it sort of feel like you're living in that time period. That's why I did like the loom. Just a few things. I mean, a lot of it would just be things I just didn't like about the bait, like vanilla. But a lot of it was just so that I could really enjoy myself. Yeah, you know, Terrafirmacraft, I've played that a little bit. You know, I'm kind of getting confused with it. There's another one that's out there. Oh, I wasn't ready for that. Oh, Jesus. That got me. Yeah. I was playing with Packrat for a bit. We played, it's both of them they played. A lot of things about some of these that I like, a lot of them, not as much. I forget which one. One of them, or maybe both of them, I got one point I felt like one of them just didn't, or some sort of mod thing didn't really have the spirit of TFC in mind. Like, if all you do when you're doing something with TFC is just make things easier, I'm not terribly happy with that. Like, I was never a fan of like Minecraft mods where the only point was to just take out some of the grind or the difficulty aspect, because that's sort of like what TFC is about, isn't it? Let's also mark the malachite here. You know, how do I say this? I think whatever it was, like, a lot of them did get better, and I don't think I have a problem with either one right now. Oh, look at this. This is nice. Got a bunch of this. Got 3. I think there are actually a few things that I really did like. Some things not as much, because TFC has always been about sort of reliving history for me, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, just getting into the feel. Let's mark platinum. Of like the distant past. Maybe that's the reason I don't like black steel and red steel and blue steel as much, because they kind of like made up, and that's just like Like, if I wasn't in computer science, I feel like I would be doing something in history or archaeology. I think I'd prefer, or biology. There's a lot of different things that I like, but that sort of field, probably archaeology over history, although there's not many jobs in that field. There's so much copper. I'm happy right now. But that's sort of just where my interests lie. So if I can combine my passion for history and archaeology and things into a game, or into my passion for programming and things, that's really what I like. So, you know, like, am I deflating? Huh? There's copper. Okay, I really can't die right now. If I die now, it's totally worth coming back, because I'm stripping the surface bare of all this ore. I could really use some of that quartzite rock. I could some good metals for making ores, because I really don't like making copper tools. It is historically accurate, but because bronze is so much better, and you actually save on copper, because copper is like usually the limiting factor. I got all this sphalerite. No bismuth so far. Does quartzite spawn bismuth? Oh, hey, cassiterite. Well, there's our bronze, just regular bronze. Getting a little bit hungry. I got attacked. Yeah. Alright, well, the cassiterite is very nice. It's just more sphalerite. It's good to know there's more sphalerite. Good to know there's cassiterite around here, more sphalerite. for a little bit more. Because we have so much copper right now. I mean, obviously when you're making bronze, you use a lot of copper. But there's so much malachite around, maybe if we can find an extra cassiterite, we'd be able to squeeze out both a pick and a saw. $13, we got 2 more back at home. I don't know. We can always make brass, but there's really no point in doing that. It's not just a huge waste of copper. It's technically an option, but sort of like a non-option. I don't know why that cassiterite was just sitting there. It was probably coming up from the bottom from a layer really far below. Seem to be out of the area with malachite, so may head back over there. Well, is that graphite? Oh, so bright. Jeez. Now let's head back over towards we found that cassiterite, look around a little longer. Underneath trees and stuff. And then I guess we call it quits. I really am interested in making, I mean, I don't think you can make brass tools, can you? Like, I think that's one of the things we decided is that, like, you know, the difference between a brass and a bronze is kind of up to interpretation. Especially in antiquity, no one, like, people, you know, across different languages and translations, people weren't entirely clear on whether or not they're talking about the same thing all the time as each other. So, you know, it's often the time if they didn't have like tin and they had some of the zinc instead, no, they wouldn't have known it. I mean, they wouldn't have known, they wouldn't have called it tin or zinc. They would have, you know, they said, oh, we'll make a brass tool. But the idea that brass is used for implements and bronze is used for like tools and weapons is kind of standardized. Like, I think they might have even called it a bronze, sort of, if they were using it for weapons as opposed to something else. So because in the modern day there is a much more, there's a much greater distinction between the two, like based on just being what am I looking for, like one's made of zinc, one's made of tin. We just decided, we'll just stick with that. We'll just use that. It's easy. And it means there's a difference between them. Yeah, it is. That's actually one of our original goals with the game, is to have a feature like that. Okay, we're getting close to the end of the day. I do want to make another. I don't have any clay, so we'll just do this. I'm gonna move that away in case that's too close. I'm not sure if it is, but I don't want to take any chances. I did notice that all our potatoes were done growing. That means they will decay faster, but I also want to get them planted. Should probably run around the other side and check on those as well. I know there's tomatoes back somewhere northeast, so I should check on those again at some point too. Would be nice to have a pickaxe, but getting a bed is, I think, a higher priority for me right now. Getting a door, getting a proper house. Yeah. Tool racks, chests. Oh yeah. So many potatoes. Wow. Alright, let's get these planted. I'm gonna take this one down. We might be making our house out of some pine. I mean, we're gonna have very light colored woods. Pine and white cedar. I'm gonna have to get... Yeah, I will have to find clay soon. I don't really want to run back to spawn. Yeah, hickory. I mean, I like hickory. I mean, it used to be... I liked back when TFC, like, the type of wood actually had a meaning. Like, it used to be like, oh, we want the wood that burns longer and stuff, and hickory was better for that. And it looks nice as well. And I like the color of the bark, and I like the color of the wood. Looks very, like, rich. One of the longest burning woods. No flavor. I'll check on those crops again soon. The ones I found that I saw that looked like they might be looks like we don't really need a large vessel after all, given that we'll have barrels soon. I don't think they removed it. It's just that because you're not smelting ore in a fire pit anymore, there's no real need. I mean, there's nothing that a higher temperature will matter for. Like back when you could smelt in a fire pit, like you had to, it was, I think, at certain times, hickory would be the difference between getting your copper and not. And actually, I guess we had tin tools and stuff back then. I never liked that at all. I kept on bugging Blacks to just remove it and make copper the tier 1, and he finally agreed. And that's actually one of that made me really happy when we did that. Because tin, if you look at the history, I mean history via Wikipedia, but because you know, like, history is so hard to find good data. But via Wikipedia, there's just an anecdote that says the first, like, tin, even though tin was used to make bronze from like 2500 BC or something like that, or closer to 2000 BC, it was not ever truly isolated because cassiterite has such a low yield. It's like 2.5% tin by weight or something. Luckily, you need very little of it to make bronze. But because it was low mass and they didn't really know how to do it, they just threw the cassiterite in with the copper and said, oh, it'll do something. They didn't actually, I think they said the first tin ingot wasn't produced until about 600 BC. So more than 1,000 years after bronze was being made did someone actually discover that it was tin that was going into it. So the idea of like having tin tools first, that's just weird. Copper was surely the first real tool metals because it's got properties that let you like do stuff with it without actually getting a really hot fire. Yeah, but I mean, you know, tin was really rare. It isn't, like, cassiterite doesn't really, there aren't really like veins of cassiterite in the same places that you find veins of native copper or anything like that. I think, and that's one of the reasons that I think they call it the Bronze Age collapse about 1200 BC, when a lot of the large civilizations around the Mediterranean sort of fell apart. There's a lot of reasons why, but when that happened, I see people and stuff, when that happened, it sort of disrupted trade networks. Or maybe it happened because of disrupted trade networks, who knows. But a lot of the cassiterite that people were making bronze with, and which then became necessary for fueling armies, came out of Afghanistan. Because, I mean, I guess there was cassiterite around the Mediterranean, it just wasn't known at the time. And so, like, Afghanistan, and so when that was cut off, people were really stuck, and that's one of the reasons that people started working with iron. Ironworking was known at the time because you wouldn't have transitioned to it, because it's difficult. Ironworking is not easy compared to copper. Copper appears in its native form, along with a few others like malachite. But malachite's not that hard to extract the ore from, but it appears in a lot of different forms, and hang on, what was I saying? Anyway, iron, like, yeah, it's a complicated process to extract to extract the metal from iron ore, and they were really bad at it because, well, it's hard to say. Wrought iron traditionally was they tried to drive as much of the slag and carbon out of it as they could. The first tools were wrought iron. In fact, for more than 1,000 years, ironworking was wrought iron. Steel was not really, because steel is very finicky. You need to get it at the exact right percentage of carbon, and there's no real easy way to do that without having lots of nasty impurities in it as well. But that's one of the reasons they didn't use iron, that their ironworking techniques were really bad. Iron, they're like, okay, well, like, someone figured out that you could make things out of iron, but bronze was so much cleaner, you know, it had that nice golden look to it, which everyone liked. It was heavier and it was more expensive, but in terms of just iron sucked. But when that whole trade route collapsed in the the Mediterranean, and they didn't have access to the cassiterite to make bronze anymore, they just like, well, what are we gonna do? And they ended up turning to iron, and that led to a revolution in the processes for making iron. So the quality of the iron they were making started going up by quite a lot, as they just sort of, through necessity, worked to improve it. And then once they actually had the techniques, because that took a while to develop, once they had the techniques of making iron, iron is just so common. It's one of the most common elements. I mean, it's a heavy element, but it's a lot heavier, a lot lighter than copper and tin, and it's really prevalent in most places in the world. Like, there are very few places where you can't find iron. So if you can source all of your material to fuel your armies locally, that's amazing. So once they had the techniques, they sort of just stuck with them. But yeah, and steel is a much more recent invention, because throughout the majority of history, people weren't able to melt iron. Iron has a melting temperature of 1,538 Celsius. I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit. If you gave me a second, I could tell you, but I'd have to stop what I'm doing right now and stop talking. So 1,538 Celsius, and whereas copper is 1,084, so this is nearly 500 degrees higher, like 450 degrees higher, and that meant I mean, they just really didn't have the ability to do it. It meant that they couldn't melt the copper. So when you're using a bloomery, you're using a process that does not actually melt the iron. What am I doing here? You're actually taking the you're reducing the iron ore into pure metal without actually liquefying it. I'm trying to think and play at the same time. So reducing the metal, not purifying it. Whereas with you're making steel, you really do have to like melt it. Alright, that's still a bad place. You're English? Nice. So we're not going to have enough wood for this, unless we start raiding our wood pile here. Which I'm okay with. Let's get a drink. Oh, and it broke. So that's cool. I want to make a barrel. Or two. I also want to make a loom. Go outside. Throw the barrels down. Where's my loom? Throw that over there. You mean English from England? What part? Yeah, this house actually looks kind of cool. I do need a roof, though. Okay. Yeah. Obviously, I'm not English. You can tell by the sound of my voice, my accent. I'm Canadian, but my dad's family is from England. My dad was born. I don't know if you'll know it. I'm not sure how well known like small towns are. He said it was near London, called Hemel Hempstead. And my grandparents are Scottish and Welsh. Which is kind of cool. But I mean, I've never been to the United Kingdom or Europe in general, actually. But I could claim British citizenship, which I think I will sometime. Because my dad was born before 1973, I am entitled to also claim European Union citizenship, which that sounds fun. Oh, you do? Nice. Maybe my family and your family were neighbors. It's possible. But yeah, no, my dad's family, I don't know much about my grandmother's family because she was like an orphan at age 11 and she never knew her father, and so I don't know much about the Scottish side. But the Welsh side, like I met my great-grandfather and stuff. And so my grandfather was born in Llanelli in Wales. That's my best attempt at pronouncing that. My grandfather's like native language is Welsh. Like he didn't learn English till he was 6. Fun. What do I do for my roof? Oh, I want to check on that crop. Yeah, it's that one. That's what I thought. We'll leave the roof open for now. I'll come back to it. Yeah, yeah. Welsh is weird. I want to learn how to at least pronounce it. Like, I think I have a reasonably good chance. Like, if someone tells me how to pronounce it, I think I can like sort of copy them. But if it's just written down, I'm not sure what sounds the vowels are supposed to make and things like that. So, oh, I ran past it. So I don't really have a chance. Yeah, these look done now, so that's good. Barley. Oh, we'll make some beer. Yeah. There was another one, right? There was one up and there was one down. Yeah, here's the up one. So stack all that. I do want to start getting some of those sheep done. I forgot to check if we had males and females, or just females. Like, I don't know, I bet like a Welsh person, I'm not sure if a Welsh person would insult me or congratulate me for trying, but I've attempted to learn that like really like one long Welsh town. My grandfather can pronounce it, because he's a native Welsh speaker. And I think I can. Need to find some more copper. Or cassiterite or something. Just to get to planting the barley. There's a wolf. That looks like... Hey, tetrahedrite. Nice. Let's pull that back a little bit. Yeah, we're a little hungry. Let's eat a raw potato. Oh, there's more tetra. Nice. Because everyone knows you're supposed to eat raw potatoes all the time. Anyway, tetrahedrite's nice. I bet that cassiterite we found was just a fluke. I don't expect to find much more. Bismuth would be nice though. I'm pretty like I feel like quartzite is like that one place that bismuth doesn't spawn in. Or does bismuth spawn in bismuth? Like in all the metamorphic rocks. If someone can like look that up for me and tell me on the Terrafirmacraft wiki whether or not bismuth spawns in quartzite. These barrels are here to collect water, but I really need, I'm thinking I really need to find some more clay, like a new clay source, because my jug broke. So that's a female. Is that another sheep? There's some potatoes over there. No, it's just rock. Mistook a rock for a sheep. It's a really tall tree. Oh, looks like a lot of potatoes. Watch out for bears. Oh yeah, potatoes for days. Pressing the wrong key. Alright. Let's keep an eye out for clay. limestone. I'd actually prefer a clay location closer to home. Time is it? Oh, jeez, it's nighttime already? Where does the day go? Goes by so quickly. Anyway, just keeping an eye out for the goldenrod. I mean, now there's a deer. I could look into killing that. I'd really like to get a fishing rod to get my butchery leveled up. Because killing animals without a high butchery level is just awful. There's a pig. If it was a sheep, it was just the white sky. Anyway, let's head back home. I'm pretty sure I live this way. There's a wolf. But having my sheep around and then bringing a wolf into the equation is just a bad idea. I put my hoe away. Let's bring out the torch. Was that sunset? It's a female sheep. Oh, there's that torch is finally gone out. Throw one there too. Still very dark in here. Jeez. I'll throw some of these potatoes away. And that. Yeah, so we definitely have enough